Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. Today I don't know what I'm doing. It's my live today, and I know it's Easter Sunday and I'm not expecting too many people to join in because hopefully most of you are having fun with family. So just bear with me till I get set up here. Oh, come on. Alright, yeah, it's me. So that doesn't look very clear. Let me check my phone. Yeah, we're okay on the phone. So I don't think there's anyone watching, but I'm just going to go ahead, and if anyone pops in, that's fine. We'll say hello. But so I kind of measured out. So if you're here, say hello. It does say there are some people watching. If you're here, say hello. So what we need is, I'll start again from scratch. I kind of measured this and scored it just for my own peace of mind, but we'll do one from scratch. We'll do it with the thick. Hi Elizabeth, hi Laurie. Happy Easter everyone. Happy Easter indeed. So yeah, we haven't been out today. Hubby's been running a race today, so, well, he's been out. I haven't. I kind of pluttered about the garden, talked to family on the phone, didn't make any arrangements to meet up with anyone this weekend, so just chilling. He's working tomorrow, so I'm off, so I have the house to myself. How cool! How novel, since Mr. T's been retired. Yeah, but it will be novel, but I probably miss him. But anyway, so today I've just been kicking around each other. So I thought, well, we'll just go ahead and we'll do our Sunday live, and if anyone joins us, that will be great. And here we are already. So I need a piece of card which is 11.5 inches by 8 inches. Does that work for the US card as well? Can you cut a piece that's 11.5 by 8 without going to your 12 by 12 stash? That's not 11.5 though, is it? That's, whoa, I nearly cut that at 11 and I do want it at 11.5. Well, that's good to know, Laurie, because I'm going to do this in inches so that I don't have to do any converting. So for ours, we have to cut a wee bit off, but I think yours is exactly 11.5, isn't it? And then, I do need that out, Janice. And then 8. So the way I work this out for a bag is, I'll show you. Oh, you're 8.5 by 11, and I've done this 11.5. Well, you just have to cut a 12 by 12 to do this, and I'll have a think about that then. And could actually change the size. I'll show you how I would do that. Right, I would like to do it so that we can all do it. Well, that's odd that it's clear as anything on my phone. I think we're all right. Oh, these things came up on my phone, and I haven't put on Do Not Disturb, which is a bit, the picture's really clear on my phone, but I don't understand. It should be all right. Okay, so if we change this to 11 then, 11, no, we'll change it to 10.5 by 8. So it's already 8 one way. And we'll change it to 10.5, and that means that we can all get that from our piece of card. So we'll just take that inch off there, and I will change my scoring as we go, because this way it will show you the mechanics of how I work this out. I think it's just the internet being silly. So this is 10.5, so always keeping the 1/2 inch as my glue tab. Oh hey Karen, happy Easter too. So that will be my glue tab, which means that the rest of the bag is made up from 10 inches. So we've got 4 panels, a wide one, a narrow one, a wide one, a narrow one, and then our glue tab. So this is the way I kind of work it out. I would show you if I'd kept my pencil. Where's it gone? It was here a moment ago. Oh, come on. Oh, we'll do it in pen then, shall we? That's a bit more dangerous, but never mind. Right, so if it's 10.5 inches by 8 inches, okay? So instead of being, I want my sides to be 3/4 of an inch, but so the wide bit and the narrow bit need to add up to 5. So we would have 4 1/4, 3/4, and then 4 1/4 and 3/4. So the score lines will be 4 1/4 plus the 3/4, so 5, and then 5 plus 4 1/4 is 9 1/4, plus the 3/4 is 10. So that's my score lines. Okay, so I'll get my board out and we'll score this. Now I'll try and put this. But this is, I've just filmed a video which you'll see in the future, and I was using this paper, and this book gave me the idea to make a bag. So hopefully you can see this, and I've still got my piece of paper. So I want to score at 4 1/4. Use the big ball because then it doesn't break the card. It runs quite nicely. So 4 1/4, then 5, then 9 1/4, and 10. Couldn't be simpler. Then turn it 90 degrees with this glue panel at the bottom and score it 3/4 of an inch. And that's all I need the scoreboard for. We may do another one if this is as quick as I think it might be. Oh hey Cindy, in you come. So have you all got a wee seat by the fire? I've just put it on low because it's not too cold today, but just to keep the chill off and just to make you feel just warm and cozy, because we all like to feel a bit warm and cozy and fuzzy. So I'm just going to fold on the score lines and burnish all of these score lines. So what you'll see is where I have scored down, that has stretched the paper that way, so I'm going with it and burnishing it. And then this one, this is a simple bag. I don't do complicated. And then just, this would have made a nice bag for an Easter gift, I think. So that is all the scoring and folding and burnishing done. And then I'm going to get a pair of snips. Now I'm going to cut off this rectangle here, just cut straight up there. But what I'm going to do is just angle my scissors and just tab the glue bit. And again, I'll just miter that a wee bit at the corner too. And then I'm going to score up here. I have planned this out and now I've changed my measurements. So as you see, this is just flying with what's on my desk really. So that is all I'm going to be doing, but what I'm going to do first is decorate this. Now with experience it would be nice to do a wrap around, but that doesn't always work when you wrap around. It bumbles and what have you. So what I'm going to do is cut a panel to go on the front and the back, and I'm going to cut it a smidgen narrower than this part. So this part here is 4¼ inches. So I'm actually going, because I want the straight edge, and I'll show you how I cut this. This was cut earlier when I was sitting out in the sun. So 4¼ inches is there, and I'm going to pull this back just a tiny bit to allow for the scoring and the gluing. Is it chilly in Tennessee? Right, okay, well you asked to be closest to the fire then. Right, so that is my piece for one part. And then again, so I'm just pulling it back. I think it's 1/16 that I'm pulling it back. So 4¼ pull it back just one notch, which is 1/16 of an inch, and do that. And we'll keep this bit because I think that'll do nicely on a card. So instead of making two bags, what we might do is do a card and a bag that match. Pardon me. Yeah, so that's going to sit there really nicely, and I'm just going to be putting them right on the bottom there. So I'm going to put them on before I glue up the bag. So there we go. I'm sorry it keeps pixelating on some devices. I'm just looking, it's on my phone that I'm filming with, it's fine. Weird. So let's just I hope you're not getting too much pixelation either. Are you all okay? Are you still with me? I'm just popping that close to the base, but not over the fold, not over the score line. Whoops. Because I just took it that 1/16 of an inch, it just keeps it shy of that. This paper is divine. I'll show you the paper in a moment. This is from the new annual catalogue. I couldn't resist having a play with it. I know there's a couple of weeks to go yet, but you know, that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator, is getting things early. So if you like getting things early, you might want to consider signing up on my team. You'd be more than welcome. We're a friendly wee team. There's 10 of us at the moment. Most of my team are what we kind of call happy shoppers. They're not trying to make it into a business, they're just enjoying their crafting and enjoying getting their materials at a discounted price. So now I'm going to Some wet glue there. Odd, isn't it, Karen? As it's fine on my phone, it's clear. But it does keep doing it. I can see what the problem, I can see it on, you know, happening on my iPad that I'm reading your comments on. It might be that I just haven't charged my phone enough. So I might have just not got my burnishing as good as it could be here. So that's what we do, just gluing that down and just making sure. Now you could take a bag just to this stage, so most of the work is done, and you could store it flat, because I always just like to make sure it burnishes and it will lie flat. So yeah, so that will lie flat. It's a narrow bag. I haven't decided what I would gift in it, but what I did get out to make a handle was our oval punch. So I don't think I should probably have done it before I started. So I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm just going to take it. Am I just checking that that's sort of in the middle? Oh no, I can't do that, can I? Oh, that's not going to work. That seemed like a good idea, Janice. So what if I bring that as awful? Oh, that wouldn't work, will it? That was silly me. And that's going to be too close to the top. Well, that'll not do, will it? So what have I got that's just a single punch? I've got one lying on my desk here. Really just wanted to have a wee hole for the handle so I could tie ribbon through. Hey Cindy! Oh, you're in church and you're saying, oh my goodness. Well, happy Easter to you. Indeed. And then I'm just going to use this and eyeball it on the other side. So whatever, you could use any punch that you like, but I've just decided to use a wee retired hole punch. It doesn't have to be, it could be, and then if you just use your fingers and just squash that in at the top, and I've not even done the bottom yet, and I'm telling you how to do the top. The bottom is easy. We just pop these two flaps in there. Where is my back seam? There's the back seam there, so I want that in there, and this will go from the front to the back. So all I do here is that. So I've decided not to stamp anything on this, because I think the idea would be just a simple bag. You can pop what you like, and then you can add a tag if you want. So what ribbon do I have around? These are beautiful flowers, aren't they? Oh, and I'm going to show you how I cut that out. Hold that a moment till that glue takes a grip. What have I got that's long enough? I should have a ruler around. Here we go. Just help to make sure that all the bits of the base have made contact. You're too funny, Cindy. Oops. Right, I have to smelt that flying. That would have gone crazy there because I just hit my camera with my ruler. Alright, so I want some nice ribbon here. What do I have? Because I'm using up stuff because the catalogues are going to retire. A nice white one here. Now, what colours have we? Actually, this isn't retiring, but I think it would work nicely. Got lovely lipstick here. I know that, I think that's mostly Melon Mambo in there, but I think a lovely lipstick would work. What do you think? We'll use a good bit. Just use, double it up, chop it. We'll angle it in a minute. And then basically once you've put in, I don't know what I would put in here. Just put the ribbon all the way through the hole and then just tie yourself a big bow. Oh, hi Amanda, and you come from Perth. I have family in, my son and family are in Mandurah. So there you go. Easy gift bag using some of this gorgeous designer series paper. So where is it? I'll show you this paper. It's divine. So this is the, I say that about every paper when I open it, don't I? Hues of Happiness. Isn't this gorgeous? So I took the sheet that was like this and I cut along, just fussy cut around these flowers. I could, in my head I could see a natural line that flowers were lying on the top. So I cut them out, but look at the rest of these. Aren't they fab? These die cut, I unfortunately don't have the dies yet. They sent me the wrong, they sent me 2 sets of something else, but they've already dispatched the right ones now. They're fantastic Stampin' Up. Best customer service ever that I've ever come across for any company. But this paper is just, look at this on the back, Night of Navy on the back, oh gosh. It's just beautiful. Don't dare argue with me. Just, you can't say this isn't beautiful. It's so sweet. Look at that. So, yeah, so there's what I had cut that in half. I don't know where the other half is, but here it is. So this sheet here, I cut it in half at 6 inches, and then I've cut that bit off there somehow or another. I don't know how that works, because that's round the wrong way, Janice, that's why it doesn't look right. So then I've just had that strip which I've used on the bag, and I'm now going to have a go at putting it on a card. I had to make myself cut it or I never would have. It's one of those things, right, let me get a card base. I have some white card bases cut here, so we'll just go with the white and the pretty flowers. I don't know if this, see, that isn't going to be too far off it at all. So we'll need a sentiment of some kind. So where is the stamp set that goes with this paper? You'd think I'd have it around. See, I'm trying to think, would you? I'm actually thinking of cutting a bit off this card. I've been doing that, I've done that already on a few cards, cut some off. So what, if I cut 1.5 centimetres off here? I'm nuts, I know, but you know, just humour me. This trimmer's great because you don't have to measure, oh, how much do I need on that side. You can measure out here as well. I'm just going to take 1.5 off there. Because I've an idea here. I've had an idea. Now the main colour in here, I reckon, is our Melon Mambo. And I'm thinking, I'd like to stamp sideways up here. These are just divine. So let's have a try. The stamp set is gorgeous. I can't wait to get the dies as well. I have already done some bits, some pieces with this. Have I got something? I've kind of done that already with other colours, but I'll do a separate video for that. And then I did this one where I did use this happy birthday stamp around the edge. But this time I'm thinking I'd like to do it up there. It's just, the script's just lovely. So using my idea there. Oh, hello Julian, you come. Okay. So I need a block. And we'll just take the Melon Mambo. We'll stick with the Melon Mambo. Now there is a project you're going to see in a couple of weeks that's scheduled, and then you'll see this'll go with the things I've made in that project as well. Is that a bit cryptic? Oh, that's best wishes. I wanted happy birthday. Alright, let's put that to get washed and get... Did nobody shout at me? That's so sticky. Right, where's happy birthday? I want happy birthday. It's the big long one down here. These sentiments are just gorgeous. I need a different block though. I need the long block. Here it is. I've been crafting today. I haven't been too productive. I've just been messing about. My workspace is becoming smaller and smaller. I think this is stained with blue. I don't think it does have blue ink. I'm pretty sure I did clean it, but I'm just going to double check because we don't want... I'm not after blue and pink together. I'm after pink. Right, I'm going to eyeball this. Oops. Oh, Janice. What am I like? That won't work for the card we're making. It'll do for something else, but... I won't waste it. You should have said, Janice, you're going to put it in there. First the wrong sentiment. And this was with me with being a bit of being slightly organised as well, goodness. Right, take that bit away. Right, stamp this time. So I want to open that way, and I want to stamp along here. Right, bring the ink up to this side just to try and limit my... Right, so I'm just going to put... That's lovely, isn't it? Now, see, I'm just going to join up. Hopefully it'll work. Because of these big loopy bits can join up. That's all right, isn't it? something different. And that came about because this was too narrow for the whole card. So now I just want, if that is 10.5 and I've taken 1.5 off, I need this to be 9. Just pop this out. If you're in the US, you will be confused because I'm going back to centimetres. But you're allowed to be confused, that's okay. But again, you can adjust to your measurements. Right, so now I'm just going to pop this on the front here. Just try and make sure this time. It's not something I usually do, is have my DSP the same width as my card, but I just thought it would work because it would match. Yeah, I don't know. This is lying on my desk. I don't know if that is too much, but it's not really, is it? Because it looks like it's part of that bouquet. Just this. You're going to have to embrace the white, folks. But I think I will just add this because I can. Anyone, any ideas where I might have put the dimensionals? I did have them out. Ooh, come on, dimensionals. Jump out at me. Obviously not. We'll just have to go back and get more. It's going to be quite a tidy up marathon to do. I've been crafting, but I've also been sorting, sort of trying to remove the things that are going to retire. Now, just, I mean, it's a bit flat, but hey, it just... There's a bit of me wants to screw this up, but I'm not going to, I won't. Does it need a bit of green here as well though? See, this is when you start, you don't know where to stop. So where is my... Yeah, this punch, I've not been using it much. If I just get a wee scrap or two of Granny Apple Green, let's have a look. You know that, keep it simple, and then she keeps adding stuff. It's just the way I am, the way I roll. That's the way we roll here. I won't use all of those, I shouldn't think, but just thinking it looks a bit naff without some kind of 3D foliage. That'll do. That helps. That suits me. And you know what I always say, if it pleases your eye, you know, you might not like what I like, but it's your card. When you're making your card, do it the way you like it. I'm not quite sure where that was before. I think I might have put the glue on the wrong bit, but then it can stick to the flower rather than the card. Can always rely on me to get in a mess. So, how are we doing for time? Are you all okay? Are you still here? Oh, we've got loads of time. Shall I make another bag, but this time do some stamping? I could maybe stamp something along the bottom. Do you know what? I wanted to play with the wisteria set. Would that be okay if I did? Right, so if I take a piece of cord, what did we make it? That's a lot. I'm really happy with that set. That's a good set to have. And I've used up the bits and pieces that were lying on my desk. Right, so did we say, where's my little wee guide here? 10.5 inches by 8 inches, and then everybody can work with that. So there's, we've still got 20 minutes, so I think we've got time to do a bit of stamping. 10.5. I think we'll use some new colours. How about that? 10.5 by 8. Oops. And just so that I can know where I'm going to stamp, 3/4 of an inch, we'll just stick with the same measurements. I'll just score this, and that's a good thing, see, I've got options for scoring. I'm just going to take that bottom so that I know where the bottom is of my bag. And then I'm going to get my wisteria. Of course, I've not got that ready because it just came to me that I wanted. I love this. So I'm going to just stamp along the bottom. And you know what? It's not going to make a lot of difference that I've scored that, because I've got to score off and I don't want to fold it to stamp. I want that. Whoops, put that wee. So I'm going to do upright wisteria type, so there won't be wisteria, but I'm going to use the 2 tones there and these stalks, so we just have some flowers along the bottom. And well, we'll stick with Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green. It's tempting to go straight to purples when you're doing wisteria, but let's just stick with the nice bright colours because they'll go. Well, what would we need to be a red, I think, to contrast on that. Let's bring out Poppy Parade. I may or may not use it, we'll see. Right. The only way to find out if something works is to try it, isn't it? Right, so stamp blocks. Some bigger ones. Blocks all need cleaned. They're all very scruffy, but that's fine. Right, so let's just see what happens. So I didn't need to score because, well, sort of gives me a guide, but I'm still going to have stamping in the base. The wee stalks will all go under, but that's okay. Right, so I am inking up my Granny Apple Green. I could have brought out the new in colours, but I've decided to just go with this. So vary the heights. I don't know if I'll do a bit of stamping off as well, we'll see. Yeah, it's going to have lots of flowers here. So I'll do that one a bit higher. Are we all okay? Is the fire still on? Have you all fallen asleep there by the fire? Did you all get something to eat as well? there's lots of chocolate there. And there's chocolate liqueur because it is Easter. Well, we'll see how that goes. Hello, Claire, and you come, cheeky monkey. And happy Easter to you too. I'm trying not to get... You're still here and you're still awake. Well, that's good. I'm not sure I am. But let's see what these flowers... I've no idea what they're going to be, but... Oh, Helen, hiya! And you come. Happy Easter to you. They do look like cornstalks till you put the gorgeous flowers on them. I love this. I love the fact that you've got the vine and everything. I've not played with the dies yet. Can't wait to do that, but I want to get tidy so that tomorrow I can have a good old play. Oh, love. I wish I hadn't left such a gap there, but that might coincide with my scoring. I'm just lining it up with the top of the stalks each time. I'm loving this. Oh yeah, these are divine. This was the first stamp set that jumped out at me when I looked at the new annual catalogue. They shouted, "You need us, you need us." Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Do you know they say self-praise is no praise, but yeah, so I don't know now whether I'm going to do over the top. I think I'll just take this with Melon Mambo again and it will just give it slightly deeper. Let's keep it to 2 colours. Now I can't get my head right over the top of this, whereas when you're stamping you will, but it definitely gives it more texture. Helen, that is I've just decided that this is going to be May's class in the post. What do you think? I will like the tea set too, that is gorgeous too. But I am going to do Wisteria as May's class in the post. Who's in? Who wants to take that class? It will be available as PDF for my cousins across the pond. Oh great, Helen, that's good. I will set to that soon. And I think we'll be able to make this, there'll be some 3D stuff in this next class, I think. I've been sticking with cards, but I used to always put a 3D project in, so I think we'll go back to that. Somehow I don't know, I got out of sync there, but there, look at that. Is that beautiful or what? where's, oh right, let's get the scoreboard because I just find that easier. You can do it with that if you want. Oh, Elizabeth, that must be divine. The colour of the orchid oasis. Oh, I love wisteria, but I've never had one in my garden. Right, where's my instructions? Here. So this is my new wee system. I'm going to start. I got this pack of index cards, and I'm going to start when I'm designing actually noting down, because sometimes I give myself extra work by having to go back to projects and measure them up. Oh, happy Easter, Barbara. You have one as well. Oh, it's got no blooms on it. Well, just make some and stick them on. Right, so 4 1/4 score down. You see why it's better to stamp first, because then this will continue all the way down. 4 1/4, 5, 9 1/4, and 10. So this works for everybody. And see, that won't matter, that gap there, because it's going to be turning. I do like a wisteria. Do you know what I like? When we were in New Zealand, and I know that they do this in other countries, I know Japan has some, is I was in a park and they had a big long arch that you walked through, and it was wisteria in it hanging down. Oh yeah, I do remember Wisteria Wonder. Did love that colour. Right, so again, just the same as before. Fold and burnish your score lines. Yeah, we had Wisteria Wonder when I first started, because I'm quite a newbie. I've only been 6.5 years. So, but we did have Wisteria Wonder then. So we want rid of this rectangle here in the bottom. And then I just turn my snips and just miter that. And then just at the top here, miter that. And that just means you get no sticky up bits. And then just carefully cut on the score. Right, so I don't know what we're going to do for handles here. Well, we just stick with the circle because it worked before, didn't it? Because I think the other punches that we have in stock at the moment are too big. Too big. But of course I've misplaced my This is the old 3/4 inch punch. I won't be parting with this, not ever. So I'm going to glue this up first, and then I'll be able to see where I want the hole for my handle. You don't have to, you could pop ribbon, or there's lots of other ways you can close these, but we'll see. Right, so I want that folded there, and then bring this over and make sure that I want this to be just on the edge of that score line, sticking it down. And then squiff that way. And we'll just go the same as we did before. Let's just I'm going to take that maybe further down this time. Take it all the way that the punch will go. Sort of equidistant both sides. And then line the hole up there. Let's sort the bottom. So the wee flaps in, because they help you to keep it straight. There's my back seam. So I want to tuck that in, and then just some glue here. And just bring that over. Where did I put my ruler? Did I put it back? Just dumped it somewhere. What do you think? What's the chances? Oh, it's been put away in the drawer where it goes, where it lives. And just use your fingers to take that in. There you go. And then we can use, as I say, I don't have melon mambo ribbon. Of course you can colour your ribbon up. I've got this and I've got white. Why not use a bit of both, Janice? Let's go for it. This time, use both. That's probably more than enough. Pull it through like that, which is the front. This is the front, so just pull that over and tie yourself a nice bow. Once you've put something nice in there to gift someone. Just be a bit extravagant with your ribbon and what have you, and then you don't really need much else. So there you go. So there we have almost an hour. And we've made, let's make a bit of space here. Yes, I used the heavy cardstock so that my bag will hold something. I don't know if I've got anything in here that would, I think that might be too thick. Got some nice soap. Actually it's a bit thick for in there, but you know, just any wee bits of treats and things that you've got if you're going to visit a friend, just whatever. There's a wee bubble bath, some lip balm. You pop in some tea bags, or you could do a stationary one you could put in, you know, it's all bits and bobs that I have to keep here, so when I go to see someone I can just throw it all in. This needs to be something that's not more than 3/4 of an inch. A nice notebook would go in, do you know, there's lots, it's quite, you'd get a pen set or things like that. Yep. Chocolate, of course, chocolate. Chocolate's always welcome, isn't it? Right, so there we have it. We've got the bag using up that's decorated with paper, with our beautiful designer series paper. You can make a tag to go with it. This card that was just made from the bit of paper that was left over. And then I did a bag that's just with stamping. So I'm happy. This will be really good in a one sheet wonder. So, you know, there's, yeah, I'm just so excited about that. So there's my hour's work. That's not bad, is it? And a chat. So thanks very much everyone for coming in. And we've got a few minutes to spare. So hope you're all having a blessed Easter, whatever you're doing. Relaxing, I hope. Thanks, Claire. Thanks everyone for your nice comments. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, press the bell icon. I am working really hard to get to 2,000 subscribers just because that's my next goal. So I'm certainly past 1,700 and something. I'm heading up for the 1,800. So 200 and something people still to subscribe. So if you know anybody at all that's interested in crafting videos, please share my links and please ask them to subscribe and help me to get there. I really appreciate your help in these little goals that we set ourselves. So anyway, I'm just blethering now, so I'm going to head off. Oh, thank you, darling, thank you. Thumbs up, yes, everybody, thumbs ups too. That really helps. It helps me to get noticed on YouTube and get recommended. So it really was heartwarming when I was looking for some inspiration, both on Pinterest and YouTube, and they both suggested some of my own work. So that was quite nice. That's always good. But anyway, I'm just blethering away here. So I am going off now. I'm actually going to go and have a nice soak in the bath and chill. Okay, good night everybody. Where's the door? Can't find the way out.